What a season. All right, so we are I'm heading up to Michigan. So Indiana season ended, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 days ago, something like that. I've hunted up in Michigan a couple times before Indiana opened up, and then a couple times since it's closed. Been a struggle bus of a season this year. I missed one on opening day with my bow in Michigan. Missed one in Indiana with my bow. Hunted Florida and didn't get one. So anyways, I found this bird. I know where he's roosted, where he's been roosting. And so I've got a ground blind set up there. Gonna take the bow along. Gonna take the shotgun along too, because this just might be my last trip up. But I'm also going to take my stuff to go and run and gun on him if I want to sit on the ground. But it is about 3 o'clock in the morning. My alarm went off at about 2:30. And it's a 70-mile drive up there and back. And it's exhausting. I'm so tired. I'm so burnt out. But yeah, so we're going to hit it and get going here. I got him on my barn. We'll see ya when I get up there. Well, hour and a half drive later, we're here. So grab my stuff, jump out, slide back, and go get set up. See you in the woods. I'm trying to be really quiet. I got to my ground blind, and he gobbled a couple times. I think I'm better off to go sit on the ground. So I'm gonna move up here about 100 yards. Set up on him. Alright, so I'm going to keep this quiet and quick. I was going to set up in my ground blind down that way. But the way where he's roosted, he's gobbled a few times. Where he's roosted, I'm betting he's going to make a loop around eventually. And I don't want to be in the ground blind. So I set up along the edge of the swamp. I got a lane right here, kind of hiding halfway behind this tree. Got some big trees back behind me. Got my bow and my shotgun. So I don't know, we'll see. Just heard him gobble again. What a season. not how I wanted my season to end, but that's like the last day I can hunt, so hopefully I tried to get it done. Let's go check him out. Such a cool setting with this old swamp right back here. He was right at the edge of where I was comfortable shooting him with a bow. He was right about 20 yards, and I've missed twice this year, and he was not coming any further. And so I said, heck with it. Just shot him with the shotgun. I was gonna go set my ground blind down further, but this morning I just had a feeling when I heard him gobbling back off this direction over here, I thought, man, I bet you he loops clear around this lane. So rather than have him work clear down to where I was planning on setting up in the blind, I made a move and I came down here by this tree and set up. And yeah, here he is right here, man. So that is a ginormous body bird. It's been a while since I peppered one with a 12 gauge. He's got some hooks on him. That's pretty sweet. He's got some big old hooks. Big old beard, long beard. All right, so a little bit about my setup here this morning. It's pretty cool. I got this swamp right here that I set up on. And there's this lane that goes all the way down through here in these pines. The bird's been roosting down here, but this morning he roosted clear off over here to the east. I've been hunting over on the other side of that hill right there. But he's been walking this lane up and down through here. So originally, I set up a blind way down there. You can't see it. It's around the bend down there. And when he was gobbling the east, I said, you know what? I'm going to make a play and I'm going to come up here because I figured that he'd want to come down around through and come down this lane. Set my little tripod up, and I've got this burlap that kind of cover up the tripod and camera and hide it. I had my bow sitting here and my shotgun obviously right there. But you can see my little spread that I got here. Again, I just went with a 3 hen setup because this bird, I just had a feeling, was not coming into a jig decoy. And man, he put on a beautiful show strutting. So that's the setup again. Man, what a backdrop. Look at this beautiful swamp and stuff out here. And then you got all these pines back here behind me. Man, this is awesome. I don't get to hunt ground like this very often, so pretty cool. It's been quite the season. Apologize to all my bow hunting partners. I shot this with the shotgun, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's about turkey hunting. I've been going hard since end of March. I hunted Florida, bow hunted. Could have killed one with a shotgun one day down there, but I was stuck on the bow, which is what I do. Came to Michigan on opening day and missed a chip shot with my bow. Came back up here a couple more times. Indiana opened, struggled about a weekend, missed one with my bow. No blind, and I really wanted to kill one without the blind this year, but then I came up here. Our season ended in Indiana. I came up here in Michigan and hunted the other morning, and pretty sure it was this bird. He's been roosting back here to the south. He pitched down. He stayed in this lane. He did this 2 different hunts on this lane right here. So I decided to move, and I actually set up a ground blind another 100 yards to the north, 7,500 yards north. And when I heard him gobbling to the east of me this morning, which was not where he'd been, I thought, you know, he's going to make a move and he's going to come around and loop it around here eventually. And so I left the blind and moved up here, and I didn't want the commotion to turn down the blind. I just rolled the dice, brought it up here. I did bring the shotgun today because I really didn't know if I was going to get back out here and hunt anymore. It's an hour-and-a-half drive each way for me. Life is just busy. I got a daughter getting married, you know, just life, work, everything else. So I brought the 12 gauge along just in case. And I knew he wasn't going to come to a Jake decoy, so I just did all hens. And he came beautifully strutting and gobbling through the woods right here. He was looping. He hung out way out here, just out. I could barely see his fan tips and gobbling. And then I started raking in the leaves. And when I did that, man, he instantly, boom, here he came. You know, got up here and he hung out at about 25 yards for a while, and then he kind of worked his way up to about 20. He turned his back to me, and I was like, okay, either draw now or I grab the gun. And I decided to grab the gun because after missing 2 at like 14 yards this year, well, 1 at 14 and 1 at like 6, my confidence is in the tank right now. And so he was about 20 yards, and I let the 12 gauge eat. So as usual, I've rambled on too long. Heck of a bird. He's got some nice big old long spurs on him. Got a nice long beard, not too thick, but nice and long. Just a big bird. Some heft to him. I'm real happy. So, as always, God bless. It's a new day in the outdoors.